This is the Dodgers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. Well, that is the classic example of snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Dodgers figure out a way in 10 after Yamamoto was dazzling for 7 innings. The bullpen coughed it up again, but the Dodgers get it done. 4-3 in 10 on a Max Muncy Sac fly. I agree with ADK. I thought for sure we were going to lose that one. My name is Pete Fox, covering sports in LA, dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. I come away from this one with these 3 thoughts. Great outing from Yamamoto. It is nice to see that his dominance is continuing. The Dodgers absolutely need a stalwart like that, a North Star, if you will, to rally behind. Now, everyone else, question marks still abound, but it was good to see him come out and dominate the way they needed him to dominate. We'll get to his day with the Ks. There was a lot to like about what you saw from Yamamoto today. Allowed just 1 hit while striking out 9. The bullpen, on the other hand, Tanner Scott is not one of those guys that we felt unsecure behind. When he's on the mound, he's been pretty damn dominant. Not today. 2 home runs. That's what made me feel like, oh, this one's done, because it's like I came out of the house into the little she shed out here to do the the graphics and all the stuff we have to do to get ready for the show. I'm like, well, Tanner Scott's saying he's gonna close it down. It'll be over sooner before later. I got to get out there and get ready. And then home run. I'm like, come on. And when you look at the home run, it's really, really dumb, because the home run that Moreno hit last night in the exact same position, exact same pitch, fastball up and a little bit out, right sweet spot. Not, I guess you could say middle, but a little bit out, meat of the bat. So is he not getting that scouting report? Did they not tell him, hey, do not throw a fastball up in the zone to this guy? Like, just bury fastballs down, bury changeups, cutters, whatever it is you throw, bury it down. Do not give him an opportunity to hit a home run. He is owning the Dodgers. He has 3 home runs, all of them against the Dodgers. Don't let that guy beat you. That's what happened. Tied the game at 1. Then we go to extras. Corbin Carroll. I got up to go to the bathroom. Too much information. I understand that. My bathroom has a light and a fan, and I invariably always turn on the fan with the light. So as I'm in there doing what you do in the bathroom, I'm like, I'm going to turn the fan off because I at least want to hear what's happening. Because I felt like I was jinxing it, right? I'm like, I'm going to go away, because if I sit here and watch, they're going to lose. So I go in the bathroom and then I hear, to the wall, to the track, to the wall, it's gone. Oh, like, are you kidding me? Corbin Carroll hitting a home run. So then it's 3-1. And then I'm just like, some offense would be nice. Really? Is that too much to ask? And then ultimately, yeah, they win. But can I be honest? Can I be completely honest for a second? I'm still kind of disgusted. Yeah, it's great. We won. Awesome. It should have been 1-0. Maybe here's the good thing from this.
This is what you'll be talking about.
It just hit me. Here's the bright spot in this roller coaster of a win. Hopefully it gets the offense going a little bit. They found some spark because they didn't have it prior to that 10th inning? Nothing. Basically nothing. Will Smith continuing to hit with runners in scoring position. 2 RBI today, 1 for 3 on the day. Will Smith, 19 of 37 with runners in scoring position. It's incredible how hot he is with runners in scoring position. 98 runs with 2 outs are the Dodgers. 98. That's 5th in the league. And the other thing that really makes me feel good about this game, not only the win, but the fact that they finally figured out a way to get to a garbage bullpen. I mean, the Angels bullpen is the worst in baseball, 6+ ERA. This Diamondbacks bullpen is also garbage, 5+ ERA. They're fourth worst in the league. How are these garbage bullpens making us look ridiculous? So, look, they did us a bunch of favors in this game by walking Freddie, walking Mookie. And then Will Smith hit by the pitch. So, they handed this to the Dodgers. That made it 3-3. And then all Max needed to do was hit a fly ball. Fortunately, he did that. So it's a win. I wouldn't call it a dominant win, but it is heroic because we all thought that this one was going south. Nando is still on Conforto. This is everything that happens bad to the Dodgers is Conforto's fault. 0 for 3 tonight, 164 batting average. I'm not going to defend him. Swing still looks okay, but striking out a lot. Only one time today. I thought it was twice. But Snell, is that a trash signing? I don't know. Tanner Scott? Really? You're on Tanner Scott too? He wasn't good today, but the whole bullpen has been bad. How can we point out Tanner Scott? His ERA is still pretty good at 2.42. Look, the guy that we beat, Shelby Miller. He had a 1.35 ERA coming in. Now 2.18. First time all season he's pitched on 3 consecutive nights. So he was ripe for the picking. So it's good the Dodgers got to him. But I'm just like, how is it possible that they have no ability to get to these garbage bullpens? Oh.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
This one's easy. Yamamoto went 7, allowed just 1 hit. He struck out 9. And here's the thing I loved about his performance. It wasn't splitter reliant. He did throw a fair amount and got some Ks with the splitter, but he was relying heavily on the fastball. And that is, that's when you've really got it locked in. When he's dotting fastballs in certain spots, outside, inside, up, down, whatever he was looking for, whatever Will Smith was calling. Let's see how many. 4-seam to start for a strikeout, curve, splitter, 4-seam splitter, 4-seam cutter. Maybe one more. I think there was a splitter at the end. So he really mixed it up nice. But when you have command of that fastball like that, makes it really hard on the opposition. And the curveball was also big. Clayton Kershaw 12-6 curveball today. So everything Yamamoto did was on point. Unfortunately, he did not get the win. Anthony Banda gets the win. That's a tough one for Yamamoto, who really, unfortunately, I said this yesterday, said it a couple of times. There's always one guy in a rotation that doesn't get run support, and that guy's usually pitching very well. And this year it seems to be Yamamoto. Over the last 5 games, he's gotten 18 runs of support, but not including tonight. 9 of those came in 1 game against the A's. So over 4 games, he got 9 runs. It's a little over 2 a game. I guess that's okay. It's not terrible. It's not like today, 1 run of support. It's just, it's a fine line to walk. I don't care how good you are. And that's where I feel bad for him. Like the Dodgers need to give him some more support. It's just not what you need for your number 1 starter. So Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. They pull it out tonight, straight out of their backside, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat after Tanner Scott gives up a home run in the 9th to tie it, and then another home run in the 10th to give the Diamondbacks a 3-1 advantage. The Dodgers then get those two back on gifts in the 10th, bottom of the 10th, and then a sac fly wins the game 4-3. I'm Pete Fox. We'll take the break and come back and get into the turning point because this was clutch and just what the Dodgers needed, and I'm glad to see it came from this guy. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done, and we appreciate you allowing us to be your source for your team every day. This episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by Monarch Money. I know you check your bank account regularly and you say, that's surprising. That number is lower than I expected. Just kind of like the Dodgers' offensive output of recent. Lower than we expect. And you say, where did all my cashish go? Just got paid. Where did all my money go? Dining out, online shopping. The online shopping, I was joking with my brother-in-law over the weekend. He's our pool man. And I said I bought something on Amazon. I can't remember what it was. And I go, it's just so easy. You just order it on Amazon. He's like, yeah, it's too easy. And consequently, there are times when you're like ordering stuff and you're like, before you know it, you've bought 3 or 4 things that, you didn't necessarily need. And it's zapping the energy from your bank account. It's definitely easy to lose track. And that's where Monarch Money comes in. As your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all of your accounts, including investments and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and you start building wealth. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com. 50% off your first year if you use that code. Again, it's LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for half off your first year. Dodgers find a way today. Better than losing. I'll give you that. Still frustrating because the offense is just anemic, but hopefully, they found a little rhythm, definitely a spark, some energy. As far as the turning point of this game, pretty easy for me.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Tommy Edman coming in the bottom of the 10th off the bench to lace a double to score the run, the freebie at second base to make it 3-2. That was the clutch hit. Will Smith had one to make it 1-0, and then Tommy Edman with the clutch hit there to make it 3-2. The third run was a gift on a hit by pitch. But without that hit from Tommy Edman, I feel like the Dodgers lose this game 3-1. So him coming off the bench was, perfect. Exactly what they needed. And, it's good to have Tommy Edman back. It's good to have Teo back. They didn't start today because Doc wanted them to have a little bit of rest for tomorrow, kind of slow playing their return. Didn't want them to rack up too many innings too fast was what I heard as to why they didn't get the start from Caroline Watson. What's her name? By the way, 2 things about the announcers on the broadcast that I have not said this year that deserve recognition. Steven Nelson has improved tremendously. Not that he's young, not that he's a rookie, not that he's new to the game. He's an experienced broadcaster, but he annoyed many of us a lot last year with some of his kitschy, too cool for school calls. And he, for whatever, I'm sure apparently we weren't the only ones who were frustrated by some of these calls because he's dialed that way back and has become a more traditional announcer. He still, tries to be a little too cool for the room at times, but he doesn't annoy me nearly as much as he used to. And it is Kristen Watson, right? The sideline reporter. First couple of times I saw her when she's got the job a few years back, I was like, oof, she's got a long way to go. And a lot of times it takes a long time. And those type of broadcasters they don't always improve quickly. It takes a while for them to get there. But she has improved tremendously and dramatically. I find her to be so tight. She's precise. She gets the point across and she moves on. She's not trying to be too funny. She's not trying to be too cute. She knows what she's talking about. She knows who to talk to. She gets the story. She shares it and boom, she's out. fantastic. So amen and congratulations to Kristen Watson. She has improved dramatically from where she started. And Steven Nelson, I'm not nearly as annoyed by him. I think ADK is agreeing with me. You're absolutely right. I think they relaxed too much thinking he will pitch well. Oh, he's talking to someone else here. And then only need to score a few runs. Yeah. I mean, isn't that kind of the mindset that happens a lot when your ace doesn't get run support? It's that they're like, we don't need to score a lot of runs. He's going to shut him down and not give up anything. 1 or 2 is all we need. It's this subconscious thing, I think, that does happen. But it's not always the ace. There's usually one guy out there that doesn't get the run support. Sometimes it's the second or third guy who goes out and pitches well and doesn't necessarily deserve the outcome that he is dealt because he didn't get any run support. But tonight there was a decent amount of putting the ball in play. Shohei Ohtani 1 for 4. Nice double in the 8th. Mookie Betts 1 for 5. Freddie Freeman 2 for 4. Pair of doubles. I thought Freddie would have gotten it done with at least a sac fly there if they hadn't walked him. I felt like he was confident, still continuing to rake. 371 OPS, just over 1100. Vesia, from the pitching side of things, again, a little shaky. Surprising. He's a nail biter all of a sudden. Gave up a run on a home run last time out against the Angels. And then today, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, a walk, a K. Kasperius had to come in and rescue him. And we know the whole Tanner Scott thing. So first, here's another great thing about Yamamoto. The first scoreless first for the Dodgers in 5 consecutive games. That was nice to see. That was a comforting stat to look at. And worth mentioning, Lourdes, not Yuli, that's the brother, Lourdes Gurriel, robbing Mookie Betts of a double down the line. That was a fantastic play from him. So even though it went against the Dodgers, it should be mentioned. Corbin Carroll with 2 RBIs and the home run in the 10th. And Perdomo 2 for 4 today. But the home runs from the bullpen are the backbreaker. Fortunately, they were able to squeak a win out because Shelby Miller was not very good. Pitching 3 days in a row, couldn't quite get it done. And we will take it. Tommy Edman should start tomorrow. Teoscar Hernandez should start tomorrow. Dustin May will start on the hill for the boys in blue as they try to take this series after snapping a 4-game losing streak. We can exhale a little bit, except for the fact that Corbin Burnes is pitching on the other side of the ledger for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's no joke, and the last time he made the Dodgers look fairly silly. So I'm hoping that there is a little bit of energy in the tank offensively after this 10th inning heroics and they get things rolling. They're off on Thursday and then head out East Coast. Tough roadie, Mets and Cleveland Guardians. I almost said Indians, but I didn't. Guardians. So that's a good team. And of course, the Mets are one of the best teams in all of baseball. So at least last time I checked, are they still up there? I think so. They're a game and a half behind the Phillies, 29-20. So yeah, they're a good team. Dodgers with the win today now are 30-19. Somehow, in spite of a 4-game losing streak, still a game up in the West. Giants are 5-5 over their last 10. They won tonight, and the Padres have lost 4 in a row, dropping 4 of 10. Good win. A win is a win is a win. We'll take it and move on. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Appreciate the comments. We can all sleep a little easier tonight. We will talk tomorrow after this series finale right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince, the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast, probably coming up here in just a little bit. They will break this down and give you the latest on what's going on deeper inside of the Dodger universe. I'm Pete Fox. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk tomorrow.